On March 26th, a man in Florida calls police after waking up to what he believes is a terrifying case of stalking. The man has moved on and is now with a new partner. But because he shares custody of his children with his ex-wife, he still has to stay in contact with her. At around 2 a.m., he wakes up and notices several missed calls from his ex-wife, along with a series of voicemails. But when he plays them, he's left disturbed by what he hears.
Hi.
Hey, I missed a call. I was over in the bushes there. I'm just wanting to document everything that's going on. So I'm pulling up. This is from last night. Did you saw the email I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you want to go through these again, but I don't know if you listened to them. They're f***ing scary.
What is going on? Okay, so can you count how many phone calls she called and left you?
1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Put them on camera, yeah.
You heard the one of myself and help,
Yeah.
right?
So 144 was when she started leaving voicemails?
This will, I believe, have been, yes, that's the first voicemail. These previous two did not.
Okay. Okay, play the other one.
Okay, we're up to second one here.
Please for mom.
That was 145. This is 146. $47.
You married him back, and you want everybody to jail for your love. You alive. You started that. You're alive. You're alive. You're alive.
You were with her for many years. You're positive that is her voice?
Yes.
Okay.
Even the officers seem unsettled by the messages, asking the man more than once if he's sure the voice belongs to his ex-wife.
I hope she gets some help from this. I hope that this leads to a good resolution, because it's my kids. You know, this is their mom. It's f***ing scary.
According to the man, the voicemails are completely unaltered. And as he plays each one, they become more aggressive, more disturbing, and harder to listen to.
It's 150. $151. It's 152. This is 154. And that will have been the last voicemail.
The woman is later found and arrested on stalking charges. Investigators say she had deleted the call and message logs from that night. So was this simply a disturbing case of harassment from an ex? Or was there something even more unsettling about those voicemails? The choice is yours. Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. Ajet Bueno is the new owner of a small internet cafe in Manila, Philippines. Late one night, his girlfriend Jen goes to the cafe to finish some paperwork. She is completely alone, with only their cat keeping her company. But before long, the quiet night turns disturbing.
Hindi naman eh. Kala ko nga si Bulag, nandito si Bulag eh. Eh, nandun naman sa kusina si Bulag, hindi naman tayo eh. Wala naman pa. Ano ko na, yung ano ba to? Masakit naman ito. O ara to, pero Xerox lang. Sige, ka na yan. Hindi ko na nagtagli.
Items around the cafe suddenly begin falling from the desks. First, a pair of headphones drops. Then a keyboard falls, leaving Jen badly shaken. Frightened, she rushes out and calls Ajet. After he manages to calm her down, Jen goes back inside to collect her things. But as she turns off the lights, one of the chairs suddenly slides towards her. Jen panics, throws her paperwork at the chair, and runs out of the cafe. Ajet later shares the CCTV footage online, asking people to keep an open mind. According to him, neither he nor Jen had ever posted paranormal content before, and they had never experienced anything supernatural until that night. So was something really moving inside the cafe? Or was the whole thing an elaborate hoax? You decide. Korean ghost hunting live streamer Michael visits an abandoned house said to be haunted. But before he even gets inside, something strange already happens.
뭐야? 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 와! 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 대놓고 비치. 와! 대놓고 비치. 그대로 있어, 그대로. 어떻게 이게 움직일 수가 있지?
As Michael starts recording near the entrance, a wheelchair suddenly begins moving on its own. Michael is clearly shocked, but this is only the beginning of what he captures that night. Inside the house, a loud knocking sound comes from behind a door. When Michael turns towards it, the door suddenly swings open by itself. Then, near the curtain, something seems to move away as if someone had been hiding there. Michael rushes over to check, but the room is empty. Later, while exploring deeper inside the building, Michael finds a mirror sitting on top of a makeup table, and this is where the footage becomes even more unsettling.
배에서 이상한 소리 난다. 와, 배에서 막 꽁꽁 소리 나. 와, 배에서 이상한 소리 난다. 배에서 막 꽁꽁 소리.
Michael gets distracted for a moment after his stomach starts growling. But while he's focused on himself, he completely misses something behind him. In the mirror, a dark figure appears to walk up right behind him. When Michael turns around, there is no one there. He has no idea what the camera just caught. Later, he hears another noise coming from the same curtain area. Hoping to find the source, he walks closer.
소리. 분명히 여기 어딘가에 있단 말이야, 지금.
Suddenly, something strikes at him through the curtain. Michael panics and runs out of the room. So was something inside that abandoned house trying to scare him away? Or was the entire encounter just an elaborate setup? Whatever the answer is, Michael clearly didn't seem prepared for what happened that night. At around 2 in the morning, a man named Daniel Palomino is walking alone while live streaming on his phone. According to Daniel, this is something he often does late at night, with viewers suggesting places for him to visit. But on September 28, 2023, one suggestion leads him to an old plaza believed to be haunted. Daniel is hesitant at first, but after realizing he's already close by, he decides to check it out. A decision he quickly regrets.
Sale ese efecto. Gente, huele quemado. Gente, huele quemado. Huele quemado, no sé si...
After walking around the plaza for a few minutes, Daniel suddenly notices a strong burning smell. He searches around, trying to find where it's coming from, but nothing seems to explain it. But then one of his viewers tells him something disturbing.
No me digan, dicen en la leyenda que hay niños que juegan hasta tarde en la Resi. En el Casino Garden que está abajo hubo un incendio y murieron personas. No te...
According to the viewer, an old casino once operated inside the plaza, and years ago, it caught fire, taking several lives. That detail leaves Daniel visibly unsettled. He had just smelled something burning in the same area, and now he starts wondering if it could be connected. Feeling uneasy, Daniel decides to leave. But as he heads for the exit, something in the distance makes him stop.
Oye, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué? ¿O es un diente? ¿O es un gato? ¿Qué mierda es eso, weón? O sea, que se acerca, huevón. ¿Qué chucha es eso? Oye, me acerco. Ni cagando, voy a grabar algo. Oye, ¿qué chucha es eso? Está que camina, huevón. Está que camina.
Daniel begins backing away, unsure of what he's seeing. The footage is dark and hard to make out, but he claims something small is moving towards him. He later describes it as being even smaller than a child. Panicked, Daniel turns and looks for another way out, but then he notices something waiting on the stairs.
Gente. ¿Qué pasó? Gente, se apagó todo. Se apagó.
A plush toy is sitting on the staircase, seemingly placed there out of nowhere. Daniel begins to wonder if this could be the same small figure he saw moments earlier. But then, near the doll, a dark figure with a pale face appears to be standing in the shadows. The viewers watching live are just as disturbed as Daniel. So what happened inside that plaza that night? Was the burning smell tied to the old fire? And what was the figure standing near the doll? For now, Daniel has not shared a clear explanation, leaving the footage as one of the strangest moments from his live stream. In this video, a large crowd has gathered on a bridge, all looking down at something below. The person recording never clearly shows what everyone is staring at, but judging by the faces around him, it's obvious that something terrible has happened. As he speaks, his voice sounds shaken, almost as if he's struggling to describe what he's seeing. The video ends without much explanation. But a few weeks later, surveillance footage from the same incident appears online, finally showing why so many people had stopped on the bridge. The footage reveals that a serious car accident had taken place below. Tragically, the driver did not survive the impact. But moments after the crash, something else appears in the footage, something viewers couldn't stop talking about. If you look closely, a dark, shadow-like figure can be seen standing on the bed of a truck near the wreckage. It's difficult to tell what it is, but many viewers say it looks like it's watching over the scene. Because of its strange shape and the timing of its appearance, some believe the camera may have captured something resembling the Grim Reaper. The bridge is also said to have a dark history, with several fatal accidents happening there over the years. Locals have reportedly given it the nickname Death Curve. So was this just a person, a shadow, or a strange camera effect? Or did the footage capture something far more disturbing at the scene of the crash? You decide. In an earlier video, ghost hunters David and Dell from Signs and Signals explored a church believed to be haunted. During that visit, they captured several strange moments, including what appeared to be a shadow figure moving through the building.
Did you used to play piano here? We would love to hear you play again. What's that? Dude.
Sometime later, they return to the same location. But this time, they focus on the cemetery just outside the church, where some of the graves date back to the early 1800s. At first, the graveyard seems quiet. Nothing moves and nothing answers. So David and Dell decide to split up and search different areas on their own. That's when David spots something near the graves.
I swear I keep thinking that I hear something. Oh. I'm pretty sure I just saw something go to... I don't know what I saw. It looked like a shadow or something go to that bush. What? A shadow going to the bush. I don't even know how to describe it. It was like a shadow. It's over here. It's over here.
Where's here?
The bush. The bush. The bush.
A dark shape appears to dart through the air before vanishing into a bush. David immediately checks around it and even looks inside, but there is no sign of an animal, a bird, or anything else that could explain what he saw. Then Dell notices where the shape disappeared.
There's a tombstone in there?
There's a tombstone right here, dude. Look at that.
There is a tombstone.
1842. Dude, that is freaking crazy, bro.
The bush is growing right beside an old grave marker dating back to 1842. So was this just something ordinary that happened to vanish in the wrong place? Or did David and Dell capture something moving through the cemetery, only to disappear beside its own grave? Whatever the answer is, the timing makes this one difficult to brush off. urban explorers Robert and his friend Dan, from the YouTube channel Sidestep, head into the woods near Waverly Hall, Georgia, to explore an abandoned house known by locals as the Old Willis Place. Dan believes the house may have been built around the early 1900s before being abandoned sometime in the 1960s. Locals say it was named after a man called Mr. Willis, who once lived there and may have died there as well. Hoping to learn more about the property's history, Robert and Dan search around the house, inside it, and even underneath it.
Doesn't that look like an early settlement style chimney there?
It does.
What's interesting is the chimney looks like an older style than the house looks.
I'm thinking that this was probably built in the early 1900s. There's a child's spoon.
Well, that's cool. How old do you reckon that is?
That's old. It's not silver, it's brass, silver plated.
Oh, look. Look at the entire stump. Looks like it was cut down, I guess, with an axe. Let me set the light down. I'm gonna touch it. This is an old tree right here. That's for sure.
While inspecting the foundation, the two men are suddenly interrupted by something unsettling.
Either this was a one-room house, or it was a two-room house with a dog trot all the way down the middle. It's kind of hard to tell from here. It's been a lot of pillows replaced under here.
Yeah.
A lot of floor supports.
So that's a 1958 Coke bottle, right?
What is that?
Oh, that's weird. Here. That is strange. You heard that, right, Dan?
Yes, I did.
That was weird. Alright, that's enough of this old house for a minute. We're gonna go look at something else. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So I hope you guys have...
As Robert and Dan look underneath the house, they hear what sounds like footsteps walking across the floor directly above them.
What is that?
They quickly crawl out and check inside the house, but no one is there. Then, while filming their outro, they hear a loud bang coming from the Old Willis Place.
Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. So I hope you guys have...
Understandably, the two explorers are shaken by what just happened and decide it's time to leave. They explore the area a little longer before heading home. So was someone hiding inside the abandoned house? Or did Robert and Dan capture something connected to the Old Willis Place? You decide. On December 2nd, 2021, at around 9 p.m., members of a Christian church noticed something unusual on their security cameras. An intruder alarm has gone off outside the chapel, so they check the live feed, expecting to see someone hiding near the building. But as the minutes pass, no one appears. Then the camera captures something they weren't expecting. One of the side doors slowly opens on its own and stays open, almost as if someone is holding it. Then, a faint translucent shape appears to pass through the doorway and move into the church. The door remains open for a moment longer before closing again. The church members are left stunned by what they just saw. They believe something otherworldly may have entered the chapel that night. But without a clear explanation, the footage remains a mystery.